Hello and welcome to issue number 3 of Comic Book Days. I'm Alan D. Lyons, author of Hostage 100 and Full Steam Ahead. And these are the comics that I got for October 9th. Got to think of the date there for a second, geez. But yeah, it's October 9th that I got these comics. So that would have been yesterday, Wednesday. And let's dive in. So, first I got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Urban Legends. The third episode in a row here, third week in a row. I'm sure by now you could tell that I'm a big Turtles fan. I've been getting all the Turtles comics that are currently out. This, however, actually is a reprint. The Urban Legends series are reprints from when Image did the Turtles in the 90s. However, then it was black and white, kind of to go along with the original ones from Eastman and Laird, Mirage Studios. But these are done in color, and the original team, they're going to get brought back on to do the couple issues that they weren't able to originally to finish the series up. Gary Carlson and Frank Fosco. This one right here, so it's been continuing the storyline, of course. Raphael has taken over as Shredder. He's leading the Foot Clan now since Shredder is dead. Shredder is also dead in the current IDW series. But they killed him off here in the Image series back then. And so Raphael has taken over. Splinter had became a bat. And he kind of lost his mind, and so they're tracking him down there. And they kind of ran into some characters from the Image universe, Savage Dragon and Vanguard. And so in this one right here, things have kind of slowed down for a bit, but somebody has put out a reward for alligators in the sewers. And so Leonardo, he goes out to try to stop some stuff or fight crime, or be the vigilante that he wants to be. And Michelangelo, he just wants to write, which I thought was kind of funny that when he got older, because these involve the Turtles as they're a little bit older, they're not really Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they're just Mutant Ninja Turtles now. But as Michelangelo got older, he became a writer, and they kind of did that in the Archie series too, or he was a writer or an artist or something. And seeing how he was my favorite turtle growing up, I thought his personality kind of meshed with mine, or not meshed, but whatever. It was like mine, and so I latched onto him as my favorite turtle. And so as he got older and became the creative person that he was, I thought, hey, that's kind of in line with me, and I'm more like him than I thought I was. But, Leonardo, he wants to go out and, be the ninja, the vigilante that, they grew up to be. And, well, everybody's got their own agenda. Raphael has to lead the Foot Clan now. And Michelangelo, he needs to, he's got this career as a writer. He's got a book. He's got a deadline to finish. And Donatello, he's a cyborg. And I don't know what his deal was, but he's been dealing with the cyborg suit that's got its own AI. But Leonardo goes out to the sewers, and there's these alligator hunters out there. He gets shot by one, and then investigating a little bit more, he decides to go check in on Leatherhead. Leatherhead's one of my favorite characters from the Ninja Turtles universe, and I'm glad he showed up in this. And so, if you can really see in there, that's Leatherhead there in the back. So that's pretty cool. And it left off at a cliffhanger where we're going to get to see Leatherhead more in the next issue. Alright. So next we got Batman vs. Ra's al Ghul. This is the second issue of this series. It's a limited series for 6 issues. But the great thing about this is that it's written and drawn by the great Neal Adams. And I believe he was the one that came up with Ra's al Ghul. Him and or Denny O'Neil. But so it's the great stellar art that Neil Adams does, has always been doing since, oh, I think the 70s that he started. And this is kind of a, so the art's been really good. The storyline, I mean, the writing is pretty good, but it's kind of confusing. Um, See, the first one, they made you believe that Batman had died. I think Ra's al Ghul had killed him or something. But yet, he's kind of teetering on good and bad. You know that he's bad, Ra's al Ghul. But, Batman has kind of got some... Oh, he's trying to have meetings and talks with him. In this one here, Ra's al Ghul has some kind of spell over him and Damian. When Neil Adams did DC Comics and Batman and stuff, Damian wasn't around, so it's kind of interesting that he put him in this story. Damian being Bruce Wayne's son and the current Robin. And he's got a spell over them that they don't know that they're Batman and Robin. But Dick Grayson, who was the original Robin and became Nightwing, and Tim Drake, who also became a Robin after Jason Todd, so he was the third Robin, and then he went on to become Red Robin. But those two, they still know about the Batcave and Batman and stuff, and they're trying to convince Bruce and Damian that, yeah, you're Batman and Robin, there's a Batcave down there, and they're like, we don't know what you're talking about. And so it takes Man-Bat and his wife, his wife had became a Man-Bat. They went down and they showed him, hey, this is the Batcave. We've known about this. And so from the Batcave, they go on up to Wayne Manor, and they're like, hey, look. They come out from behind the clock. They look at this. And so that's what this story has been so far. And like I said, it's kind of confusing, but real neat. The artwork of Neil Adams is good, really good as usual. Then we've got Usagi Yojimbo number 5. It's from IDW. Usagi Yojimbo was for the longest time done by Dark Horse, and Mirage Studios had done it too. Because it started off as an independent comic. That's kind of what inspired one of the things that inspired Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird to do the Ninja Turtles. And so it was fitting that they brought him on, and they brought the Usagi Yojimbo character into the Ninja Turtles universe. And, they brought him on to Mirage Studios. Well, Stan Saki, that's the creator, and he's always been doing Usagi. They brought him into their fold, and then he went on to Dark Horse. Well, he came back over to IDW, which is where Ninja Turtles is sitting at now. And now this is the 5th issue of the series. I've never really read any Usagi. I've always just known him from Ninja Turtles. So when I saw that IDW was doing a new series, I had to get onto that. And like I said, this is Stan Saki. He's Stan Stacky. Sorry, he does both the writing and the drawing. And this is actually the second story arc now in the series. The first 3 was its own arc, and this is completing the second arc called The Hero. And he's kind of taken. He's met with this girl who's an author, but her husband is a samurai and doesn't like that she's become real famous and more famous than him. He's got his own fame as a samurai, but she's got her fame as an author, and he doesn't like that.